From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's got a first down and inside the midfield, and finally brought down at the 43. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go, let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Don't be scared.
They run. It's Gurley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Goff's throw here finds Woods. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Gurley again here on first down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Go 14. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
This is Carson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
14. 54. Mike 54.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
At their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
A gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Goff. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Woods, the intended receiver.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. One left. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. 54. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf. And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Hey, 2.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
We play to win. Let's go.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 78 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Out of the gun, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, lift!
From the 24, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. It's another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun, here's Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
54 much. Check. Watch 54.
To throw is Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
10. Under 10. 10. Check safety. Check safety. Look for signal.
They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll rifle this one deep right side into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On third down, Dobbins. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, check, lucky, took right. Check 37.
On first down. It's Carson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watch the whip. 36. Shift. He look. Shift.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. SOS. Showing it. Check 31. Hey, check 19.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here's the team. 54 Mike. Come on. Check 99. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Myers' kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And that's caught inside the 35. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point splits the uprights, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
On second down now, Dobbins. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Check, out, right? Check 24, check 24. Switch it.
He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tighten up. Check 26, check 26.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
At the 42-yard line.
Look, 180. Check 52's the mark.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the L.A. Rams were the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing